Hey, what's up everybody? It's Kellen here from Start Your Systems and welcome to Track Walk episode number 71 in MX Simulator. And today we're looking at the 2016 Santa Clara Supercross in just south of San Francisco in California, back on the West Coast this week. And we've got a brand new track builder in Race Factory Gaming this week as Blake Scheinman, aka MXR, I think, 499 on the forums. Also the owner of FamMX has stepped in and built I think his first ever RF track this week, so that's pretty cool. And I think it was either Race Carlin or Kyle Watts on the decal. No credit to Jay on the stadium because we're back in the Oakland Coliseum with red painted seats, so Jay screwed that up again. But SMR on the objects as usual and all that good stuff. So let's take a lap around Santa Clara as you go across the start line and over the finish line. Big finish line double this week into a smaller set of whoops than the second set. 180 U-turn and a little roller into a Supercross triple, and then you come underneath the first corner complex in this bowl corner. You go triple single in this first rhythm. Pretty much the fastest line. A couple other options obviously. Inside on off or outside quad over and single are the options there. You go outside and hit this Supercross triple, a small double, and then a 353 triple into the corner. 180 U-turn and triple out, and on a 450 you can pop this quad on the exit of this section, usually just triple single, 180 bull corner, a double into the longer set of whoops back across the start straight, 180 bull corner and back across the start straight over the finish line. That's a lap to Santa Clara. Go ahead and go on board with me. Alright guys, welcome to the Making of the Lap segment again here on Track Walk episode number 71, I'm pretty sure, in MX Simulator, which, why is my controller, oh wait, gotta fix something real quick, hang on, forgot that I changed those so that I could edit a video. Alright, let's see, there we go. Anyway, this is, like I said, episode 71. We're on Santa Clara, made by Blake Scheinman. Oh boy. And you may notice, maybe I've mentioned it in the video, maybe I haven't, but I'm running the number 44, which is my EMF number, which I haven't ran once this season, have not raced a single EMF race. But I won the Santa Clara Supercross last year in EMF, so I figured I would just do it again. Or not do it again, but run the number at least, because I can't race EMF. It's at a terrible time for me. I just cannot ever make the races, unfortunately. Would like to, but can't race it, so just paying homage to having won the 450 main event in EMF here last year by running the number I should be running in EMF, but I don't have the opportunity to. Anyway, couple lines that I wanted to explain on this track. The next section I'm coming up to, haven't had a single opportunity to watch anybody ride this track other than myself, so I honestly don't know what the fast line is there. I'm assuming triple single is going to be the line that everybody's doing, like, consistently, but I'm almost certain that you can quad in, at least on a 450, definitely not a 250 line whatsoever. And then here you kind of have to land this triple in just right, but you can quad out. At least I've done it once so far right there. I'm going to try to do it on my lap, but it's pretty tough. You have to really get the triple in fast and smooth. So you have to be flinging around out of that corner and land smooth as can be, and then you'll get it. Just can't play though right now. Having troubles. I ran a 47.1, I think it was, for virtual lap this week over on verbmoto.com. So if you want to see a 47.1 on a 450, you can check that out. Nothing too special. I didn't do any big lines, just triple in this next rhythm here. And then I did a double in the rhythm before the whoops. Then obviously just cutting inside here, hopping on off, which I think is going to be the fast line. I think you want to cut to the inside in that corner before and be able to hop on off of those, because it's a little too time consuming to swing all the way outside. Ah, man, I'm not getting the pop that is necessary to get that quad out. May have to resort to not doing it. And I'm stuck in the Davolo spales over here. I really like the track though, from what I can tell so far. It definitely feels very easy, for lack of a better word, because I think racing wise it's going to set up pretty well. It seems a little bit wider, although I know it isn't, and it seems a little bit bigger, although I'm pretty sure it isn't. I don't think the jumps are any bigger. I think the scaling's the exact same, but it's got some rounded out jumps on the track, so I think it gives it that little bit more like big feel. I know Blake has made some pretty big Supercross tracks in the past that feel very much like a highway, but on this one I think he definitely did a good job of coming around, and I'm not 100% certain if this is Blake's first RF Supercross that he's ever made or not, but he has made a lot of the FamMX series stuff, obviously being the owner of FamMX.com and stuff, so really cool to see Blake jumping in. We've had Kyle Watts help out with some tracks this year, and then Kristen Barrington obviously doing a big chunk of the work, but always good to see that Blake can jump in and help out every now and again. And I think the track is going to make, like I said, for good racing in sim, but it might also be one of those tracks where if you hole shot and you happen to be like one of the top 5 to 6 guys on speed, it's going to be pretty easy to walk away, because, you know, other guys will get collected in carnage probably that's going on around them, and the guy with the hole shot can pretty easily cruise around on 20 laps on this track. I know I'm making it look way harder than it really is right now. That's probably just because since I stopped really trying to race, which was round 6 of the series, my speed has just started to decline oh so quickly, and not really gonna get much better. I actually haven't even played sim. I went on vacation last week. I haven't played sim in before yesterday, at least, to do virtual lap. I hadn't played sim for about 10 to 12 days, somewhere in that range, which doesn't seem like a lot, I know, but this game, if you put it down, you lose it. Or at least lose that perfect edge right away. There's the quad. Seems like the right side of the track is a little bit taller on that section or something, so you get a little bit of a boost. One thing I've noticed is that these whoops, although they are really well built in my opinion, I think you can get through them pretty much any way you want to. Also make it so that because they're easier, you want to push the envelope to make them a faster set of whoops, so you hit them harder, and sim doesn't really like you doing that, to be honest with you. So got to be careful in that set of whoops. And I've also noticed right here, I don't know if this is a line people are doing, but you can jump up right there and then step down. I don't know really if it's that much faster or anything. I've just noticed that it's doable, and if it is faster, then yay, you can do it, at least on a 450, pretty easily. I am probably at some point when we get more time in the future going to kibosh this making of the laps segment on track walk and substitute it with me doing an extra lap in the video on a 250F and on a 125, so that people can get like the whole spectrum. The only thing I'd be missing obviously are the 252 strokes, but 252 strokes and 250Fs you can pretty much do just about the same things. You could probably do a couple of things maybe better on a 252 stroke, to be honest, but not by much. I mean, Supercross, you're pretty constricted. I know for a fact on a 250F that quad in the section that I'm coming up to is pretty much not going to happen unless you have Connor Linz's seat bouncing ability or some bullshit like that, because it's pretty dang hard, for one, to do it on a 450, and you have to be on your game, really going fast, and triple in clean, and land in the right gear, and I mean, like, a whole host of things has to happen right on a 450. So on a 250F, I can't imagine it's really going to be that easy to do, although I'm sure Connor Linz probably has already proved me wrong, so, you know. I like Connor Linz a little bit less, though, after he had a rough week at Toronto and then bitched out, completely quit Race Factory Gaming competition, even though he was only like, I don't know, like 20 points down in the championship after DNFing in Toronto. I was like, bruh, come on. You know how happy I would have been at least once in my sim career to be 3 rounds into a series and only 20 points down? I mean, come on. You have the speed to win. You should be there. It's annoying when people decide to not do it. I understand he's in Great Britain and it's late and all that, but he was going to make an effort to do it, and I bet you if he was winning the championship, he'd still be racing 3 a.m. every Friday morning over there. That just goes to show, though, I mean, I don't know Connor Linz personally, so I'm not trying to throw him under the bus. I'm just trying to show the nature of sim and how addictive, I guess, it can get for some people. Is that, yep, the Euros over there. Even wake up or don't go to bed and race it to 3 in the morning until about 5 to 6 in the morning to race Factory Gaming competition, which is on Thursday night for Americans, but Friday morning for the Europeans. And I've been friends with Dennis Fjellberg for quite a while in this game, and countless stories of after the race is over and he's like, well, I guess I should go to sleep, the sun is coming up, or he'll say something like that. So fun niche stuff, and definitely those guys are super committed. I want to run a little bit cleaner lap, but I keep OJing the finish line and doing bullshit like that. So let me turn on the focus switch here, try to actually run you guys a lap. If not, this video is going to be like 3,000 yards long. But I was saying at some point in here that I wanted to transition the track walks into that 125, 250F, and 450 thing. But I was going to do that and instead substitute a video either like the Monday or Tuesday after every real race where Jeremy and I got on the track that was raced and talk about it for whatever, 10-15 minutes, and it would be probably one of our group plays or something like that. But you guys can let me know your thoughts on that and whether you would enjoy watching, instead of like me previewing the race, a recap. So we talk about what happened in sim, we talk about what happened in real life just a little bit, and ride the track that was ridden, so that, you know, obviously it's probably the hype is a little bit down or whatever on it all, but at least we're talking about stuff in the past instead of like right now if I say, oh yeah, Santa Clara, Dungey just lost the last round due to a penalty because of the red cross flag, so I think he's going to come out firing and win this one no problem. Like, that's just a guess. Like, I could say that and it could be right or it could be wrong, but after the race we know what happened, so we could say like, wow, remember when this happened in the race? Wasn't that pretty gnarly? Or I don't know. Like, I think recapping stuff is a little bit more entertaining for us to talk about than me just off the top of my head crap shooting what I think could happen, because I mean, I like to think of myself as pretty knowledgeable. I work in the industry, so I know a little bit more about what's going on and stuff, but definitely I would like to talk about what happened rather than what might happen. So just let me know your thoughts on whether that'd be a video idea that you guys could get into or not, and we'll try to make it work. Obviously our content has been a little bit dry lately just because, I mean, I was on vacation last week. Jeremy's still working like 1,000 miles a week basically, and I got sick after I came back from vacation, and this, that, and the other thing. We're kind of just waiting for MXGP2 to come out, and I'm just trying to finish my last semester of college, and all this stuff is going on, so it's really kind of becoming a really tough time for Jeremy and I, but we still want to get more content rolling, and especially after I graduate, I think we'll be able to coordinate on stuff a little bit better and get more content coming out, as I'll have obviously a lot more free time. Gonna be working more for Verb and stuff like that, so less time in terms of that, but I don't have to worry about a bunch of bullshit homework and you know, worrying about studying 14 hours for that test coming up on Friday, or, you know, whatever it is. School is takes a lot more out of me than working does right now, so that's the spiel on that. I wish I would actually clear the finish line, jump one of these laps. I did a 46.3, okay, and it was good, but I cased the absolute knobs off the quad out in the rhythm before the last set of whoops. And I would really like to get a lap where I don't do that, but I might be resorted to just use that lap because this is starting to turn into a long ass making of the lap segment. I only set these to 28 laps and hope that really I'd never even have to get close to that mark. And I know we're not really close to it yet, but I don't really want to get anywhere closer than where we are now. So let's go ahead and put a lap together. And that includes actually clearing the finish line. Alright, there we go. So we got that, got the triple, nice little layover there. Triple in here, triple again. Jump on, off, around the corner. This triple feels really small for some reason. Like, I have to really actually slow down to do it. Alright, we got this. There it is. Double in, second gear through the whoops. Alright, that was a much better lap. See what happens when I just focus a little bit. 45.7. No idea where that would put me RF-wise, but we ran a lap. Alright guys, I'm going to wrap it up now. Thanks for watching Track Walk episode number 71 here on Start Your Systems. You know, if you like this video, you can hit that like button or the dislike button, but we strongly say that you do not do that. And then you could also leave your comments. We'll get back to those. Hit the subscribe button if you want to. And yeah, we'll see you next time for episode 70 dose, wherever that is. Indy, probably something. So long.